Hello and welcome to Secrets and Mysteries. This is a special update session. I'm going to be giving you some information about where you can find me on other platforms. I am going to keep a toehold here in YouTube, but I'll be moving most of my political commentary to other sites. I'll just be doing more secrets and mysteries type stuff here on YouTube and moving my political stuff to other locations. And where am I going to be moving to? Well, for those of you who don't know, get ready to write this stuff down because I'm going to put it right here in the next slide. So you may have noticed that I was not posting over the last 3 days and that lots of my content is gone. I've taken down all my political content and I am moving it to these locations here that you can see on this screen. And I'm just going to be doing sort of the, politically neutral stuff here, just secrets, mysteries. That's it. Just, more kind of a documentary type stuff here. And my political stuff, like I said, on these websites. You can email me at redpilldrops@protonmail.com. I have, of course, the YouTube account, which you know about, the Rumble account. And there it is, Dr. Red Pill, no spaces. BitChute, Dr. Red_Pill. And then Gab, and then of course, with the underscores. And then MeWe, Dr. Red Pill, just like it looks like here on YouTube. Now, BitChute's a little clunky still because of the influx that they're having with volume versus their server capabilities, but I will be posting all the videos on all of these different, as far as the new political videos, they're going to be on Rumble, BitChute, Gab, and MeWe. And the name of the new blog series is Rise of the Republic. You're going to enjoy it. I already posted the first video, so you can kind of get started right away. I will be doing a second video today and posting that as well. So make sure that you, come over and check me out. Please pick the one of those different, or two or three or four of those different social media sites that you enjoy or use or want to use. And, subscribe, please. I'd like to see you over there. Also, I am definitely helping. I know some of you have started to do your own thing, and let me know on the various platforms, and I will do my best to help you get launched as well. So let's see what else. I think that's it for this slide. Let's go to the next one. It's not a secret at all with me, and you've seen many of my videos. I believe strongly that Donald Trump is not going to step down. I could be wrong, but I believe he's not going to step down. I think that this inauguration, Joe Biden will have an inauguration ceremony. Beyond that, what happens, it's really anybody's guess. I mean, there are a lot of people who are all over the map on this one, and I'll get more into my opinions on that on the other platforms. But just so you know, that's where I'm going. The videos that I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to start on a series on symbolism and symbols, and just, basically their origins, different interpretations of each. And this is going to be sort of in the David Paulides vein, in the sense that I'm not going to be driving at a specific narrative. I'm just going to be showing you what those current interpretations are. And I might do like 2 or 3 symbols per episode. And I'm really just doing this for my own edification, really. It's something I've always wanted to study out, and I figured I'm going to be studying it anyways. Why not make some videos? You might enjoy them. A lot of people have asked me about the symbolism of the modification, and this is not a permanent modification. This is just a temporary modification for some videos. When you see this in other videos, and again, this is not going to be on this platform, but in the other platforms, when you see this, this means that some of the information that I'm using has been derived from, the QAnon thing. So I won't be using that very often. I'll be basically using more mainstream information. But when you see this one, where the leg looks like a 1 and then the other leg looks the way it used to, and now it's a 17, and then there's a Q around the X'd out eye, that's where I'll be using QAnon information. And that I may not even mention it. I might just put this up and start talking. You'll understand at that point. And then maybe you won't. Maybe you'll have to ask me later on because you missed this video and you're going to be somebody who subscribes later. But for those who are in it now, you'll understand. One of the many things I'm going to discuss in episode 2 of Rise of the Republic is this document and what it means. So take a brief look at it and know that it is so ordered. And what does that mean, really? I'll also be various military operations, both from an actual video and image standpoint, and then also from a standpoint of, what people are saying, and I'm going to try to help interpret the tea leaves that we have to work with. I'm also going to be covering some of the legal aspects of what it is to be under a state of emergency. If the Insurrection Act is enacted and signed, what does that mean? And I'm going to be getting also into stuff about the 1871 Incorporation of America, and if that was stood down, what does that mean? Just some things to sort of help you sift through a lot of the various interpretations of what's occurring. And I'm going to do it from a completely legal and historical point of view. So you won't want to miss that. And by the way, a lot of this information that I'll be using on these other videos, on these other platforms, has been provided by people who do a lot of research and then send me the information. And I want to say to them, to those individuals, you all know who you are. I really appreciate it. And, I'm sure that everybody who gets to watch these videos really appreciates it. So thank you very much. I chose a phoenix as the symbol for Rise of the Republic, which has the subtitle, The Flames of Liberty. And there's a very good reason for that. There's actually a couple of good reasons. The phoenix is actually the eagle that you see on your currency. It's not actually an eagle, although I think it's officially said to be. But everyone knows, not everyone, many people know that that is actually the phoenix. And the phoenix has mythological meaning. It's basically the symbol for rebirth from adversity. And I thought that would be a perfect symbol for the Rise of the Republic, the Flames of Liberty. I see this as the greatest example of how republics are nurtured by attention to detail and not just diligence, but the sacrifice of patriots. Now, my idea of patriotism is simple. It's a pledge that we pledge not to a flag or a stone or a piece of paper, but to each other. And our flags and our monuments and our documents are symbols of that pledge. And we're simply pledging a very simple thing, that I pledge to you and you pledge to me that I will fight for your freedom and you will fight for mine. You will fight for my children's freedom, my family's freedom, and I will fight for yours. And that's what the Pledge of Allegiance means. For all of those who've lost sight of that, it's probably not their fault, because in this country, we've been infiltrated and inundated with atheist, socialist, humanist, and Satanist messaging for decades. And those enemies of freedom have seen their last decade. They've seen their last year. They've seen their last quarter in power. So, at least that's my messaging. That's what I say. And I say that based on what I see. And I see a rise of a new what Dr. Stephen Turley would call a right-wing or a conservative. How does he say it? Oh, yeah. The rise of a new conservative era, which he calls unstoppable. And I agree with him. I agree with him. Throughout history, tendencies and politics change with the swing of a pendulum. And as a pendulum gets to its furthest zenith in one direction, it begins to slow down. And then it comes to a stop, and it quickly accelerates toward change in the other direction. And we have come to the point where we've come to a stop in the expansion of the socialist, atheist, humanist, Satanist points of view, and the rise of this phoenix from the ashes and the ruins of liberty. There's still an ember, still a spark, still enough to reignite the torch. And it will be reignited, because those who shelter that ember, that flame, are the patriots of this country. And if you're listening to this podcast, that's probably you. It's probably your neighbors, your friends, your family members, those people who have and still do serve in whatever capacity. So, welcome. When you come to my other social media sites, welcome to Rise of the Republic, the Flames of Liberty. I have a little parting shot. I want you all to know that you are going to be free, and that things are going to work out, and that the rise of the Republic is going to occur, has already started, actually. And, you know, your love of Donald Trump and patriotism and of each other as a result of your shared vision for America is not in vain. And it is really that unifying belief and desire and those carefully targeted and carefully worded prayers that they have yielded fruit in the same way that prayer has always yielded fruit. You know, he wants to give his children what they want, and he wants to have a family with them. And as he is the head of the household, he's the father, we're his children. And just know that your prayers matter, and that you are all born for a purpose. And the immediate future is, it's got a little bit, you know, there's some question marks there, right? But the midterm and long-term future is fantastic. So we're going to cover some of that too through the whole Rise of the Republic series. I hope to see you over there. When you get over there, please leave a comment, leave a shout out, so I know that you've come over. And yeah, I really look forward to continuing this relationship or this friendship, and into a really bright future. So we'll see you there. All right, bye. Love you all.